Let me remind you that justice is coming. A lot of these people that have done illegal things, their time will come, but there's a bigger agenda going on. So I want to give you some encouraging words as to how to handle some of the news that's coming out, because people are reporting left and right. They're giving their takes, and you know how the media is biased in terms of protecting their own and how they're going to frame certain narratives, certain stories as it comes out, blaming certain people like the House Republicans and blaming this left right pointing and just many other things. A lot of the clown show that's happening, we all are aware of it, but because of the level of detail, a lot of people are confused. Because yes, John Durham today, he just released a report, a 300-page report, in fact, about some of the conclusions, some of the initial conclusions, and you can see that report in its detail. I'm not here claiming that I read it and know the entire thing, but basically, he found that the Department of Justice and the FBI, quote, failed to launch their mission of strict fidelity to the law, unquote, when it launched the Trump-Russia investigation. And so all of this Operation Hurricane, the Crossfire Hurricane stuff that has happened with regards to the FBI's original investigation into this 2016 presidential election and the coordinated Russia stuff, all that Russia stuff, all of this, he has made a final report with regards to the Justice Department. And you got to remember that some of this stuff is coming out in chunks, right? Drip, drip. And it's to not only inform the public and to get them to digest some of these things, but also because there's a bigger story going on. We have, and it's been reported in the last few weeks, but with the Hunter Biden stuff, right? All of this money laundering stuff. Recently, the House Oversight Chair, Representative James Comer, says that the DOJ want to protect the Bidens despite evidence that they committed serious crimes, serious felonies, such as money laundering, racketeering, and violations of the Foreign Agents Registration Act. And so a lot of what's going on right now, and of course, people thought he may have been indicted last week for tax evasion and just lying on his gun application. But all this other stuff with regards to the evidence that the House members are looking into with regards to the multiple banks, the money laundering, and I'm talking lots of this crazy stuff. Racketeering is another one. And if you don't know racketeering, it's that when you create shell companies and fake companies to serve no other purpose than to launder money, basically. And so all this stuff documented, they have all the bank records. You heard Marjorie Taylor Greene talk about those things. So all these things are coming out, but what you're seeing is a narrative, right? You're seeing this narrative control, the left, the people that they want to protect coming in there and just saying, oh no, it's no big deal, there's no arrest. And the way that they're framing things, right, is in a way trying to control how to make people look and feel, right? They're attacking Trump, but they're protecting the Bidens and all this stuff. And so don't, pay attention to, again, those 1-2 line summaries and what it's saying, but there's a deeper thing going on. So not only are we having a narrative war to capture and to captivate the minds of the American people and just, quite frankly, the whole world, but also because this is going on at the top, at the outside level. Inside, remember, there are sealed indictments. Remember, these crimes are real crimes. If it's what they're saying, and if it's real crimes, then justice will come. The military, the tribunals, many other things, they will come. So don't be concerned of, what the news article says, what this guy says, what hasn't happened, what isn't happening, and whatnot. Because what you have to realize is that some of these documents, for example, like the Joe Biden documents that were, supposedly in some places and in libraries and in other areas, these things might be used, right, for other investigations. So, for example, a lot of the Biden documents, right, the stuff that Trump has been hounded on with the Mar-a-Lago stuff, but yet Joe Biden, because he was VP, he took these classified documents. These things are probably tied to the money laundering scheme, as well as, selling these secrets to who knows what. And because of the Weiss investigation, right, they're probably holding off on prosecuting Hunter because of the connection to all of this. And so a lot of what's happening at the big picture level, there's a coordination with the white hats. So just because, John Durham, he's quote unquote taking so long and there's nothing happening, there's other things connected, and a level of secrecy, a level of making sure that the sealed indictments don't become unsealed too quickly. There's a sequence of events that's happening, and it's being done for a reason. Because again, Trump says we caught them all, and the military, these guys, and Trump even recently said he's going to utterly destroy the deep state. And so if you want to do these things, you have to do it legally. You have to do it in the court of law. You have to do it with the right uncorrupted people. And a lot of that will come from the military. And so again, rest assured, God has all this in terms of justice, prosecuting and dealing with treasonous people, taking down evil people, taking down these guys who have exploited financially the people of the world, of America, with the child stuff, all these criminal things that are happening. Their time will come. It's just taking a little bit of time, and there's good reason for it. There's a lot of strategy, there's a lot of game theory, and there's a bigger picture that we may not understand. And so a lot of these things will happen slowly. There's another article here, MTG says that Hunter Biden's sex workers may testify before Congress. So all these things are happening in sequence, a little bit at a time. And there's more that's happening behind the scenes than there is in front. And so rest assured that this is going on, and it's progressing very well. So don't worry, don't look at the news, don't look at what they're saying and what hasn't been exposed and these things, but just know other things are happening behind the scenes. And this has to be done because there's an operation going on. You have to remember, not the public image and what people think and how they're going to consume these things. Yes, that's important, that's helpful. But the bigger issue here is the war that's going on, what they're going to do, how they're going to react. You don't just play your hand and your cards and show everybody what it is. So these things are happening. Rest assured, you can get into the weeds of this stuff. If you want to read the 300-page report, you can. You can get into all the things that are happening, what Congress is saying. And again, just like with the whole COVID fiasco, right? How they're telling you and creating the narrative for what you got to believe. The same happens with this kind of stuff. The investigations, the legal stuff. You need to spend more time as opposed to reading the articles and the one-line summaries of these news organization titles and think you know something about something. So more is going on. Rest assured, it's good. I have great peace about it. God has also showed me that there's going to be great vindication, a lot of justice coming very soon. So love you guys. Talk to you guys very soon.